YouTube? It's your boy Bundles back with another episode of Bundles, Blunts, and Achievements. And on this episode, we got Monster Boy in the Cursed Kingdom, another hidden gem that I found in the Xbox Marketplace or the store or Microsoft store, whatever the fuck it's called now. Anyway, shout out to all my old school platform and action adventure game guys, because this one is for y'all, you feel me? As usual, I saw the game and I bought it because it looked cool as fuck. Look at it, bro. It has that anime, cartoony vibe to it. And it was actually much better than I thought it was going to be. And actually a longer game than I thought it was going to be for the price that I bought this shit for. The story to this one is pretty simple. The princess is just in another castle. Now, I'm bullshitting. You this dude named Jin, and Jen has an uncle. His uncle was on drugs. You know how that shit go. He regular nigga shit. His uncle was on drugs, and while his uncle was on drugs, he turns everybody in the kingdom into animals, and Jen has to go do his thing. The king is like, my nigga, what's up with your uncle, bro? What is he doing? And you go on this adventure to find these stones to turn everybody back. But one of the king's henchmen, which is this little mystical cat thingy. I don't know. I don't want to tell the story, but it's basically that. A lot of treachery and dishonesty and shit like that. Basic platforming shit. Now we got the story out the way. The actual gameplay itself, bro. This shit actually, for the most part, unless you're trying to jump on a very tight platform itself, the game actually controls very fucking well. Jen turns into all these different animals, bro. Like, you get these little things and then you can turn into them and helps you progress along the way. The different parts of the maps, you can backtrack and do stuff. Now that you can turn into a different animal, like a frog or a pig or a snake or a lion or a gargoyle or a dragon. You can do all that shit, bro. Obviously, they all have their perks or whatnot. Like the frog, he can swim faster underwater. Imagine that. The snake, he can like crawl up grassy patches. The pig, he can smell secret passages and different treasures that you can't normally see. Like the lion, he's really fast. He can run through walls and shit. I forgot what everybody else do, but yeah, everybody got some shit, bro. A lot of those characters you don't really get a chance to play with until the end of the game, or they're not really useful until the end of the game, basically. But yeah, we got a bunch of that shit, bro. The shit is actually kind of like a Metrovania. Like, you leave the screen and come back, everything that you killed has respawned. And like some of these animals, or I don't call them animals, but some of the enemies, they're kind of adorable, bro. You don't want to hurt them and shit. They're kind of like little Pokemon. They're so cute, man. So fucking adorable. Oddly enough, some of these boss battles in a game like this, which, for a nigga my age, I would assume the game would be easy, but some of those boss battles were a little challenging, and some of the puzzles in themselves were a little bit like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I assumed that the game would be like rated E for everybody type ordeal. Nah, some of them boss fights and some of them puzzles definitely like rated M for mature, bro, because like, no fucking kid is gonna figure this shit out, bro. Like, I'm over the age of 27 and I couldn't figure half this shit out without the internet. No way in the fucking world a kid is gonna figure this shit out. So it may be kind of difficult at that point, or I am really like trash as a gamer. If that's the case, then disregard the last 2 minutes or however long it was. Just for the game length, I say it's probably roughly between 5 to 12 hours. Depending on how you play it. For me, it took about roughly 4 years to complete. It's not because I couldn't figure out, what the fuck. Although that did add a few more days onto it. It took me so long to beat this shit because I got it roughly around the time Apex Legends came out, and I had no idea that I would be like a really big fan of that game and become addicted to that fucking game as long as I did. So this had to get put on the back burner, but I'm happy I did get back. Hell, even the controls in this game actually feel pretty good. Like I stated earlier, at times jumping, like even in this scene here. Yeah, this is funny. I'm about to talk about something that's actually on the screen. Even in the scene, you notice like the jumping seems a little light, even when you're changing the character. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but jumping when trying to land on a very narrow platform or stand, for some odd reason, is very difficult on this fucking game. But outside of that, controls is pretty good. Interesting tad bit about this game. This game is actually the spiritual successor to a game called Wonder Boy, which was originally on the Sega. I remember I wanted that game when I was younger. Never got it because my parents were being hoe ass motherfuckers or being really cheap and didn't want to buy the shit for me. Either way, still good childhood. They remade that game and I actually have it. Didn't realize that this was like a successor to it. Otherwise, I'd have played that shit first. Didn't know this until after the fact. I had already beat this shit when I found it out. So you know what that means. I will be making a video about Wonder Boy at some point. I actually did start the game. I'm like 35% of the way through. At some point, I'm going to finish it, bro. I swear to God, I'm going to finish it. So, yeah, that's it, man. That's Monster Boy in Cursed Kingdom. I enjoyed it. It was a very fun game. I picked it up for like $14 on Microsoft Store. It was on sale. The regular price, I believe, is like $29.99. Definitely won't go pay that shit for it. But if you find it on sale or, just whatever the fuck, I don't know. Just buy it. If you don't, you don't. It don't matter. I enjoyed it. I probably won't play through this shit again. I highly doubt it. I don't want to say I won't, but the chances of me playing through it again slim to none. But my daughter and my nieces might like it, so there you go. Kids will fuck with it. But yeah, man, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, watch some other videos. Whatever, just don't be a piece of shit. Be nice to other people, bro. Y'all be easy.